Hi, I'm Alex Barlow, co-founder of Axiom. Let's go over what's new in this release, Axiom.ai version 4.3. Without further ado, I'm going to open up the updated version of Axiom. I'm going to take you through our quick builder. It's a brand new tool inside our Chrome extension that helps you quickly scaffold a bot. So I'm going to click New Automation and you'll see a link to the quick builder, top right hand corner, and it says give it a go. So that's what I'm going to do. So here we start asking you questions. What type of bot do you want? So do you want to scrape? Do you want to upload files? Do you want to automate tasks with social media? Enter data into web form. In this case, I'm going to say scrape. Do I have a list of existing URLs? So maybe I could have a list of existing URLs in Google Sheet and I could click yes, but in this case I don't, so I'm going to say no. Should your scraper visit multiple pages, scraping data from each, or are you scraping a single page? I'm going to scrape multiple pages, and now you can see a preview of the steps that the quick builder is combining and getting ready to build my bot for me. And now it's going to ask me where I want to output my data. And I'm going to output it into a Google Sheet. Finally, I can give it a name, scraper, and we're good to go. The quick builder has configured my scraper. Now, Axiom will also guide you through setting it up. I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm going to press skip. You'll see my steps have been added, and that's exactly what I wanted. Now, you can go back to the quick builder anytime, clicking New Automation, give it a go, and it'll help you build other types of automations as well, as I mentioned, uploading, downloading files, social media tasks, and entering data into web forms. Okay, next up is the quick action sidebar. It's brand new to this version of Axiom, and you'll see it here just to the left. You'll notice it's got links to the home page, of course, to the account menu, top left, video guides, etc. And the new thing about this is persistent in the builder as well. So you will notice there, I'll click into an automation I've already begun. You'll notice I've got links in there to open up the documentation, to open up the debugger, and also to access settings, which is a lot easier than where it's currently tucked away. The settings are up in the top right hand corner. And this new sidebar, we're going to keep on adding new features to it. We're going to better integrate the run reports and more details about Axiom you'll have running if you've got multiple bots running at a time. So keep an eye out for new features in that sidebar. Next up, we have basic authentication available for proxies. So one of the new features we developed recently, I'll just show you in settings, is the proxy. You can use a proxy. Here we've added some basic authentication to that proxy. And this is another feature we're going to continue to develop. So keep an eye out. We're going to be adding proxy rotation in the next release. Now, we also have a new onboarding flow for all those new customers coming into Axiom to better explain some of the concepts and ideas you need to know when automating in the browser. So let me just show you that new flow. It can be accessed from the main menu at the top, and it's called onboarding slides, and you can just take the tour and it's going to walk you through some of the basic knowledge of using Axiom with some helpful animated GIFs. It's going to ask you a few questions to see if you get the concept. Explaining a bit more detail as you go. So hopefully that will help new users. Instead of just dropping them in the deep end, we give them a bit of advanced knowledge so they're ready to start building their bots. And at the end of the tour, you're also given access to links in documentation that will be helpful. And we're also just about to release a new version of the documented website, so that will be helpful. Okay, done. So what's up? Next new feature in this release is general improvements to error messaging. So we've been working hard, and you'll notice as you run your bots, and if you get an error back, we've been working hard cleaning up the error reporting, making it more helpful, and that's something we're going to continue to do. Finally, minor fixes out in this release. We've got fixes to the run view tracker. So when you run automations in the cloud, we're going to make sure we're highlighting the correct step. We're going to indicate better which axioms caused a runtime notification. More intuitive data variable naming on loops. So currently, if you add a loop, let me just add a loop, changed it so the naming of the token here is now loop through data, making it a lot clearer what that is, etc. We fixed some text formatting issues when adding a data variable in a URL. We fixed an issue with Google Sheets creating new sheets when it shouldn't. We've also corrected a broken link to the documentation and various other things in this new release. User element text in the selector tool now works properly in conjunction with data variables, so that's good. We've also fixed display bugs when reselecting a data variable that's already been set. So that's Axiom 4.3. It's a release very much focused at helping new users. Our next releases are going to be about adding new features aimed at power users. So if you're out there and we haven't spoken to you, please do get in touch if there's a feature that you want via our support link. Thank you for watching.